Hang tight because you're going to meet Philly, who is sweet, fun, and loves everyone. There's also Holly, friendly, loving, laid back. Norfolk is independent, smart, and yeah, a bit goofy. Piper is easygoing, quiet, and gentle. Plus, little Bean looks cute in a high chair, but that chair is keeping him alive, but not forever. You will hear his story and learn how you can help. You will also learn about upcoming group dog walks and reading to Rover, along with those cute kitties and our trip down Dog Alley. All this on this edition of Pick Your Pet at the ACAPL.
So I wanted to introduce Philly today because she is a very special dog, because I think she would do well in almost any home. She is super, super sweet. She loves everybody she has pretty much ever met. She's gentle with her toys. She doesn't rip anything up. And she doesn't pull too bad on the leash. She gets along with other dogs. She actually came in with another dog, so we know that for a fact. They've had playtime together. They loved each other. So I really just think she's adorable, super sweet. She'd be awesome as a dog that you kind of can bring anywhere with you. She'd do great at dog parks, at dog-friendly restaurants, things like that. She's very smart, and she's only 3 years old, so she's old enough that she's not in the puppy phase at all, but has a ton of life left in her. No health problems. She is fixed, up to date on everything, and ready to go. So I hope she gets out of here very soon.
So we got the hot dogs today?
Yes, hot dogs and cheese today.
Oh man.
There you go. There you go. Oh, you needy little girl. She needy little girl.
Mmm. That's a real plus. She actually drops it when you ask.
Yeah.
Most.
You know how rare that is? Around?
Yeah, it is.
What do you think? You lay down. Down. Yes. You're so smart. So smart. You're slobbery. You're slobbery for a little girl. Come on. It's a rope toy. You like rope toys? Okay, you can get it. Oh.
You got some flair there, dog. Not just running with it, but kind of throwing it up in the air.
Yeah.
Maybe she'd like a baton.
I'm not very good at throwing frisbees. Up here. Come on. Use the steps. Oh, pretty girl. Cool.
Hmm.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I know, is that your favorite toy? Is that your favorite? Can you drop it? Miss Holly is only about 2 years old, and when she came to us, we kind of could tell something was wrong from the beginning. She didn't seem quite healthy or comfortable when she first got here, and we found out that she had a condition called pyrometra, which is an infection of her uterus. So when she got her space surgery, she got her whole uterus removed. So that is one thing you will not have to worry about with her anymore. And let me tell you, since getting that surgery, she has come out of her shell so much. I always thought that she was a sweet dog, but she's really much happier now, much more comfortable here in the shelter. She still doesn't love being in her kennel, trust me, she's much happier outside of her kennel, but I just think she's a great dog. She has one of the most unique barks you will ever hear. It's kind of like a scream, so if you want someone who's gonna warn you when people are coming up your driveway, she's your girl. But otherwise, she really just wants to chill and hang out. As you will see in this video, in the clips of her, she is content to just kind of lay around even when she's outside in this big beautiful play yard. So I hope that someone can give her a chance. You don't have to be super active. She is a little bit of a bigger girl, but she doesn't really pull on the leash. And she's really content for just a couple slow walks and some chilling on the couch. So if you are interested, please submit an application because she's awesome.
If you see her in the kennel, you may want to ask to have her brought out away from the kennel.
Absolutely.
She does much better.
She loves everybody when she's out of her kennel. So we'll absolutely bring you right out here into this play yard and you can love up on her all you want.
I hope you didn't swallow that ball.
That's that, huh?
Just time to relax and play with it.
Come here. You are just the cutest thing ever. You're the cutest thing ever. Yes, you are. Fast when she wants to be, but otherwise, no. You gonna do anything else? Come here, babe.
You want some hot dogs and cheese, don't you?
Yeah, she does. She's a good girl. Lay down. Lay down.
Do anyone request the bun?
Yeah. They probably would love it if I made them a whole actual hot dog. Anything else? You roll over? Roll over.
Maybe a little potato salad.
Baked beans. Yeah. Shake. Your paw. Oh. You belly rub. Belly rub. Oh. Yeah. Oh. What did you get when you're a sweet girl?
Why don't you roll over and see if she'll give you a belly rub? I've tried that before with dogs. They never haven't yet.
You know, they just lick your face, right?
Yeah.
Come on. Come here. Come on. You don't want to get up and do nothing.
Well, it is a little muggy out, but...
I don't blame you, honey. Look at all that extra weight on you, too.
Uh-oh. Frisbee time! Ah.
What about a jolly ball? I know you like your little tennis balls, but what about not a care in the world. Not a care in the world. Hi. She's so beautiful. Beautiful. Give me this. You broke it. Already. You broke the squeakies. Come here. Let's see if you can climb the stairs. Come here. Come on. Come on. Oh, she's really tired. She is just nothing. Just chill. This is your time out here. You can do whatever you want.
Read a book.
Yeah.
Answer fan letters.
I've thought about that. If there's like really relaxed dogs like her that just want to lay out and do nothing, I could bring my books and I could read to them.
Yeah.
I read every day, so I could just bring my book and read here with them.
That's a topic I thought on Ask Ashley we could talk about today.
Yeah, okay. What? I would sit down with you, but the grass is wet. Ew.
Just a little bit of a rain. You can see it on the pool.
Yeah, very light sprinkle. She isn't bothered by it.
No, none of the dogs usually bother too much by it. I've taken dogs out when it's pouring down rain, and then there's like a team of people there with blankets and stuff to wipe them off
dry
after I
them
was
off
done.
when they get
Yeah.
back. Yeah. You gonna rip that apart? Good thing we got plenty more, huh? Good thing we got plenty more.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, she'll entertain herself sometimes, I swear. Where you going?
No, something else squeaky.
Okay, so she likes squeakies too.
Yes.
Squeakies and tennis balls. That's her thing, huh? But tennis balls are her favorite. 100%.
It's such a racket.
She's so tired.
Okay, welcome to Ask Ashley, and we have a bunch of stuff to cover today.
Yes.
So everybody sit down, maybe get a little popcorn or whatever. First of all, tell me about Bean.
Oh yes, so we are launching a fundraising campaign for a puppy whose name is Bean. I am his foster mom, so I know everything there is to know about him. He came to us in March with a litter with 9 other puppies and mom. And we, as far as we could tell, everybody was happy, healthy, good to go. Once they were big enough to be weaned, we sent them all into foster homes, and that is when things kind of took a downhill turn for Beanie. He couldn't keep real food down, anything solid. So his foster mom at the time let us know what was going on, and she tried some different feeding methods and finally got him to be able to swallow his food. We had him looked at by our vet, but we didn't do any diagnostics, so we still weren't really sure. I decided to take him on as a foster. I was able to find a way for him to eat. We had a high chair built for him so that he could sit up to eat. We get him in, we get him some x-rays done, and we find out that he has a condition called a vascular ring anomaly, which basically means there's a blood vessel wrapped around his esophagus. So he can like swallow his food, but it gets stuck, and it creates this big bubble in his esophagus basically. So he has to stay really calm after he eats, and sometimes for a while I would hold him after he ate so that it would actually get all the way down into his stomach. And it was quite a learning process with him, but luckily I was able to get him to the point he could eat quite a bit, and he's grown a lot. And so now we're at the point where we know that a surgery will literally save his life at this point. If he continues to grow with that ring,
It's gonna get worse.
yes, it will get, basically he'll get bigger, but that will stay the same size, and eventually he won't be able to keep any food down. So we are going to get this surgery out of the way, taken care of, and then he'll pretty much be a normal dog after that once he's fully healed.
So you're gonna be able to give him up.
It's going to be very, very difficult, but I know that if I keep him, I can't foster anyone else in the future. So I am so happy that I did what I did. I'm happy I was able to help him, but I'm very excited for him to go and be with his forever home because he's the awesomest puppy ever. He is now housebroken. He loves other dogs, loves cats, loves kids, which that is partially in part to his first foster mom. I got to give her a shout out. She was great. So
how much do you know? How much it's going to cost? A ballpark?
I do know. I don't know if that's something my director wants made public.
Okay.
But it's a lot. So we definitely we need a lot of donations. So.
Okay. So how do they give?
There's a couple different options. So there's a link on our website that you can donate directly to his surgery. It's called like Donate to Bean.
ACAPL.org.
Yes, and then there's a whole, it has his story and everything, so you can reread everything. There's probably details in there I may have missed. Or I'm also in the process of setting up a Venmo account, so that will be available shortly for those of people that is easier. So yeah, I'm very excited to get him healing on the mend and to meet his forever home.
So is there a time thing that we're looking at that it better be done within a certain amount of time?
Yeah, so he's going to get a CAT scan first, which that will be on August 15th. That is scheduled. Surgery can be anytime, like pretty much anytime after that, so it'll probably be surgery by the end of August. And then his vet said he can be pretty much fully healed within a month after that, so he'll probably be available for adoption in October.
Okay. Another thing I just noticed on Facebook, a completely different topic, and that is where people take dogs from here and they go out for a walk someplace. And this month there's one at the Smolin Covered Bridge, which is a pool covered bridge. But so can you talk about that, and then maybe people would be
totally. So that's what we call a group walk, which is one of our volunteer opportunities. All you have to do is sign a waiver, and we run you through a quick training about dog walking and basic dog body language, things like that. And then everybody meets here on a Saturday. I help pair everybody up with a dog that fits their, their strength or their size or what they're willing to take in their car. And we take them down for like a super long walk down at the covered bridge. It's a great experience for people love it, the volunteering side of it, get some cute pictures of the dogs. It's great for the dogs themselves to be away from the shelter, out in nature. They get to play in the water, they get to walk on the trail, and being around each other, even if they're not all best friends, it's not a play group, they don't play together, it's just good for them to get that exposure. So when they go out into the world, into a home, they're going to see other dogs on walks. They're going to have to, know what that's like. So we love our group walks. If you are interested, you can contact our volunteer coordinator, Paige. I can give you her email as well to put on the screen.
Okay.
And yeah, we are setting up one for August. We're trying to do about once a month. So
there's the one in August is limited, correct?
Yeah, so the one in August, we're doing a smaller group so that we can take some of our more reactive dogs so that we can spread out even more, kind of everyone do their own thing. But the one in September, we're planning to do a normal, regular, big one. We've had about 10 people every time.
Okay,
so
that's pretty good.
It's been awesome.
So should people be wearing like creaking shoes and stuff?
I would recommend that, like some hiking shoes or nice old tennis shoes you're not worried about getting dirty, because you can go some off-road in there, you know what I mean? There's not just a paved trail, there's nice...
Yeah, you can go into Ashtabula River.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What else we talk about? One other thing.
You wanted to ask about the reading program.
Oh, yes. This came up on my Facebook feed from a couple of years ago, and I just saw it again. And I thought it was so cool. And it is a program where kids, I think they're probably like 3rd or 4th grade, and they go into the shelter and they read to the dogs. And a lot of these dogs, they're kind of standoffish, and they'll go back in their cages and they're scared. And when people come in, they really don't notice the dogs because the dogs are in the corner, try not to be seen, really. So the kids come and they start reading to them. It's almost like when you read to a young child, getting them ready for socialization in school and stuff. And after a couple of instances, the dogs will see the people and they will come up to the front of the cage and interact with the reader. It's great for the dogs, and maybe that dog that was going back in his cage is now coming up when people come.
Yeah.
And it's also great for the kids. They're doing something, they're learning to read, and believe it or not, the dogs don't care if you mispronounce a word or something like that. So have you been involved in that at all? Have you heard about it? Or
I have seen posts like that, what you're talking about. As far as I know, it's something that we're completely open to here as a shelter.
So maybe if a reading teacher somewhere.
Yeah, if there are school teachers out there that's something you're interested in, please give us a call or an email, because we would love to set stuff like that up. I know for a couple years it was, we weren't really open to the public because of COVID, and then even schools some weren't in school, some were only doing learn from home. So that's all different. So now that everyone's if everyone's happy, healthy, back in school and we're good to go, I think that's something we're open to this school year.
Because I think kids would love it, and I think the dogs would love it.
Yes, I think so too. Especially like you're talking, the shy dogs or even if maybe they just haven't been around kids ever.
Right.
It's a good experience for them to see a child just sitting there reading to them.
And for people that may be looking for adopting an animal, and we've got kids, well, how's this dog with kids?
Now we'll know.
That's another avenue that you can tell them about.
Absolutely.
All right. So what do we got in store when it's not raining?
Oh, yes. So stay tuned for our next video, because I have some exciting plans. I like to bring out what's called a lure, which is a system that it's just basically a string, and it's connected to multiple bases, and one base has a motor in it, and it spins the string around. We ended up tying actually trash bags to it, like our small the poop bags, and they're colorful, and you turn the lure on and the dogs end up chasing it around. So number one, it is a great way to tire dogs out. They're here, they're in the shelter, they don't get to move around much. Bring them out here on that for a couple minutes, they're tired, especially when it's hot out. But we couldn't use it today because there's too much still water on the ground. I wouldn't want to put something electronic onto a wet ground. But so that also means we're gonna have some high energy dogs. Are you ready for that?
Yeah,
Some jumpers, some crazies.
I'm gonna practice moving the camera around.
Wear some clothes you don't mind getting dirty. That's for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking about wearing a tux next time, but maybe I'll rethink that. All right, Ask Ashley. Thank you, and you can email Ashley asteed@acapl.org.
Correct. You can contact me about anything. If you want to know more about Bean, if you want to know about our dogs, anything.
All right.
Norfolk is about 3 years old. He came to us as a stray, so we don't know much about his history. We just know that he's a really good boy. He's pretty independent. He does not really care too much about other dogs. He's not mean to them, but he pretty much just ignores them. If they're all barking at him, he does not really mind. He definitely needs probably even more grooming than what we've already given him. He got a little bit of a haircut and a brushing recently, but he probably needs a really good deep cleaning. But overall, I mean, he's very sweet, very smart. He loves to come out here and run around and play, but otherwise he's pretty chill. Definitely probably has some chow in him, which we love, and he is just awesome. So I think he would do good in a home with a pretty big yard. Probably I think he'll like to roam around, kind of do his own thing. He doesn't need much tending to. He seems a little bit picky. He seems to only like hard food, which is opposite of most of our other dogs. And for a while, he would only eat if we watched him. That was an interesting phase he went through, but he's all good now. He just likes his kibble, and he's pretty cool. So you should probably come meet him. Hey. Good boy. Photo shoot. Good boy. You spit that out? That's so rude. I cut those up specially for you and all the other dogs. What? Are you spitting these out? This is everybody else's favorite treat. Yeah.
Now hold on, you don't like them, right? But you're admonishing a dog that doesn't like them?
I would eat them if I had to. And here he is, just not even touching them. Rude.
Well, what's for dinner today? Maybe he liked that better. Lunch.
You know, you're right. He only likes dry kibble.
Huh.
So that maybe he just doesn't like it because it's soft. He likes hard kibble only. Huh.
So he's probably kind of a cheap date, huh?
Yeah. You can buy him the Walmart brand and he'll be happy.
You might have to help him check out, though, the self-checkout.
Hi. Good boy.
All right.
Good job.
He's prancing.
Stop it. Stop it. There's more than one in this play yard, huh? Oh, you're too smart, huh? Yeah. Good. Not having it, huh?
Why don't you decide to get the other ball there, huh? Decisions.
How do you pick? How do you pick? Huh, kiddo?
Yeah.
Good boy! Yeah. Oh, good boy! I know sometimes I suck at myself, okay? Thirsty? Piper is about 3 years old, and he came in under some pretty sad circumstances. Unfortunately, his owner passed away, so he was surrendered to us because no one in the family could take care of him, which is perfectly fine, perfectly understandable, and he's a very good dog, so we do not mind having him here at all. He is very quiet. I don't really know if I've heard him bark. If I have, it has been muffled by all the other dogs barking, but most of the time when I walk by or walk by with another dog, he just kind of watches. He really doesn't make too much noise, so that is awesome. He is housebroken. He seems to get along with other dogs, kind of prefers to be alone, but he'll tolerate them and try to play with them if they're being nice. I really do think he'd do well in almost any home, and now he is fixed and up to date on everything, so he's ready to go. He's not too high energy, so he doesn't need too much activity, and he'll pretty much just entertain himself. So it doesn't get much better than that for some people I know. So go ahead and come and meet him because he's really cool.
Looks a bit like a duck or swan.
You distracted him. You sit. No. Don't even know how to sit. I know you do. Sit. That's okay. You don't have to.
There we go.
What are you doing out here, huh? Yeah. Not interested. It is the bugs.
How's that tree still alive?
No, I don't know. Especially at one point we had a dog that was literally ripping branches off. Like, I'm surprised he didn't just tear the whole tree down. Come on, Piper.
Does he like to catch anything?
I don't know. Try.
Looks like he's got an itchy eye. He doesn't like the hot dogs and cheese either?
Oh, that's really surprising. Well, he likes them. He just doesn't want to do anything for them.
Oh, I
He
see.
doesn't want to work for his trees. Oh, happy trot. Little happy trot. Huh? Come on. We need some. Bird watching, his people watching.
Mm-hmm.
walking the dog and I'm never blue. I'm a walking the dog